Hello, welcome back to Story Reckless. I'm Nathan, I'm the DM here, and I use he, him pronouns. And we are playing Descent into Avernus. We're an actual play, live stream, playing Descent into Avernus in D&D 5e. And with all that information out of the way, why don't we get some player intros?
I'm Claire. My pronouns are they, them. Still playing Kadam, half-elf grave cleric, who is looking forward to a bath.
My name is Olive. I use she and they pronouns. I'm playing Calliope, Aragenasi, old lady who her bones are finally going to be tended to.
I'm Enyo, they, them, and I'm going to be playing Pip, a reckless satyr alchemist who is here to run some scams, to make some cash.
The market does seem to be well suited for Pip's natural environment.
Yes, indeed. Awesome. Yeah, and really happy to have you back, Enyo. Yay! And yeah, with all of that, I think we can do a quick little recap and then jump straight back into it. So, there it is. So, last we left off, yeah, you all were here in the Wandering Emporium. You went and talked with various, big, okay, never mind. This is some kind of spam in the chat. It just popped up and I was like, what is going on? Anyways, last we left off, you were here in the Wandering Emporium and you visited various vendors. Kadam got incredibly rich very fast by selling off a very rare magical item. Kadam met someone very lovely and then promptly forgot who they were, unfortunately, due to some kind of magic. And Calliope, you spoke to some salamanders and got the tormentor fixed up. And then you both went to the...
Salamanders is a magical creature type. I didn't just...
Yes. Not just a bunch of newts in hell. Kind of more snake-like, yeah.
I got really excited for a second. She's like, did we find some cool bugs? Oh, wait, yes.
Bugs? Wait, do you think salamanders are bugs?
They're closer to being bugs than, like, insects, right?
Salamanders are amphibians. They're the little...
But on the insect to bug scale, are you familiar with this?
Okay, gotcha. I love that. Okay, sidetrack. Anyways, talk to salamanders. You went to the Rose Repose, met the fabulous, I think it was Vorkaz, the skeletal proprietor of that joint, as well as was it Ibnar, the
Yes.
mind flayer, the undead mind flayer, who was helping Calliope out, or trying to. Calliope was picking their brain, not physically. Yeah.
Reverse of the usual situation.
Yes. But regardless, you all gathered up the supplies you needed, and then headed for the Infernal Rapture to make arrangements for Red Ruth. Stepping inside the kind of smoky, incensed interior of this establishment, you met Mahati, the proprietor of this place. You made arrangements for Red Ruth. Mahati was trying to convince you all to go into the Infernal Rapture and enjoy the various offerings. You just had to sign the contract, which stipulated that everything would be fine as long as you paid for everything before leaving. If you were unable to pay and fulfill your debts, your soul was forfeit, and Mahati owned you, I guess. I don't know. Mahati had you to do what he would want to do. But before we go in depth into the Infernal Rapture, as Calliope did sign the contract and had a drink and went in to get a massage, we're going to do a little bit of a flashback here before all of this happened, as you first arrived at the Wandering Emporium, to focus in on Pip for just a moment here. So Pip, you have arrived here with everyone. You see your companions split off to go do their shopping, and you can see laying out before you the various shops and vendors that were described earlier. There's the forge that you see Calliope run off to. There's the Infernal Rapture at the back of the establishment of this like horseshoe-like arrangement of giant infernal war machines. And there's Bernie the Barber. There's the Rose Repose. There's the Equinox, which is a little magic shop. There's the From Here to Avernus, which appears to be almost like a post office with little imps flying in and out of. There's Icar's Away, which you can see there is a what looks to be a human there that has a bunch of flasks you suspect of demon Icar. And there's you can just make out Zenith's larva farm, which looks to be being run by a hobgoblin who has a bunch of squirming sacks all like set up in the back area of the shop behind the little like counter that this hobgoblin has set up. And yeah, these are the kind of main shops you see at your disposal. There's of course like smaller little vendors that look like they've kind of come to set up for the day, like maybe they're not part of the Wandering Emporium, almost like farmers market-esque. And those all just have like trinkets and baubles, nothing of real note. But Pip, what do you think, what are you doing, what are you getting up to as your companions run off to go shopping?
Pip is just pretty hyped up about everything, is really kind of enjoying this train of side quests because they're not important to her. It doesn't, this is low stakes, it's just getting Red Ruth a bath. Pip can do that. And she is really enjoying the chance to be back in like a marketplace environment and is invigorated by all the sights and sounds, and her eyes are kind of just scanning around, and she's walking the streets with Lulu next to her, kind of pointing signs out and being like, do you remember that? Does that ring a bell?
She's kind of fluttering next to you. Excuse me, fluttering next to you and looks over as you point over to the Zenith's larva farm as you're walking towards the back area. And she goes, vaguely, all of this is kind of ringing a bit of a bell. It's a lot of the smell that's hitting me that I'm really starting to remember. That's the strongest spark.
Maybe we should go to a perfumery. Ooh, there's the acres. There's too many things. So I think at this point, since there's too many options, Pip is just going to look for somebody who looks rich and like they don't know what they're doing.
Okay, make a perception roll for me. Or insight. You can do insight or perception.
Okay, I'm gonna do insight. This feels like a... Oh no! Oh my god!
No. Is that a natural one? Oh my god!
It is a nat one. It is a nat one, but it's a +10 even.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just go shopping.
No. Hold on.
You're the rich mark.
Oh god.
It's gotta be that one, a nat one.
I'm incredibly rich and have little idea of what I'm doing.
It's one of us.
Pit can't sniff gold out yet, though. Pit doesn't know.
So you're scanning, trying to find a mark, and honestly, it's really difficult to figure out a mark here because a lot of the faces that you're seeing, you are not used to encountering. You're seeing pretty much entirely just fiendish faces that you're not used to encountering, and a lot of them are either trading in soul coins, which you kind of have a gauge on like value for that, but not super well handled on it, and oftentimes you're only seeing like one soul coin being traded, not like, you know, bundles of them. Everybody's moving around with confidence. The one thing that kind of catches your eye is you look kind of back towards that Zenith's larva farm where the hobgoblin is, which is a creature that I would say you've had interactions with in the Feywild. And this hobgoblin, you see they're currently like in an argument with what looks to be a this like fiendish creature that's like full of these barbed spines that are kind of poking out of their body. You've actually seen a devil like this before. And this devil has what looks to be a big bag of coin. Arguing with the hobgoblin, they eventually start to finish up the argument, and they throw the bag down as the hobgoblin scoops it up, counts out the coins, turns around, and starts pulling sacks of these writhing things out and throwing them down. This person catches your eye because they look very like impatient and grumbly and grumpy. There might be something there that you could leverage, whereas everyone else here looks kind of in their element and very confident. That's the only one right now that you're seeing like maybe a hint of weakness from the various vendors.
I guess Pip's just gonna go over there. Pip is like, okay, only one injured gazelle. It's the best I can do.
All right, so you start walking in that direction. Lulu's like, oh, you want to go talk to them?
Just to see what all this is about. And Pip calls out like, oi, are you getting ripped off for these larvae?
You shout that out as you're approaching, as the barb devil is like skulking away. The hobgoblin looks up at you, and you can see now this little vendor. They have kind of a dark, like cured leather awning over their little shop. They have this what looks to be kind of a heavy ironed like wheeled cart that they've taken out to form their little like counter area, and in the back they just have what look to be almost like heavy iron wheelbarrows type things that like almost like wagons, like hand wagons that are set up, and that's where all the sacks are like sitting and squirming in. And the hobgoblin looks up at you as you shout that out. Let's see. You see this individual look up at you, and it's like their entire face has been like scrunched down, like with just all the weight and misery and bitterness of this individual has just been pulled down into their lips and their nose. Everything is scrunched down. The nose is very small and pulled down towards the lips. The eyes are kind of beady, looking up at you, full of wrinkles, the skin incredibly weathered. And they have what looks almost like a butcher's apron on that has kind of smears and smudges all over it of like dark viscera, and just like big heavy leather gloves, kind of longer sleeves, and they look up at you.
I ain't being ripped off for shit. I know what I'm doing. What do you want?
You just looked like that customer was giving you some trouble.
Yeah, they were saying that my larvae ain't worth what I'm selling them for. They were trying to get more larvae than what I usually go for. Look, what do you want? What do you want? You want some larvae? I can get you some larvae.
Well, it depends. Are these the premium larvae? I mean, what do they...
Of course they're the fucking premium larvae. You know who I am. Jeez. These people.
Well, I don't, because you don't have good
Look,
advertising.
what you've got to...
And just like turns around, grabs a bag, turns over to you, and just dumps out onto the counter this horrifying little creature. This like kind of pale, fleshy, like grub, like literally, like looks almost like a insectoid grub, but more fleshy in coloration, with like translucent skin, and you can see the kind of veins underneath. And going up to this little like kind of rounded, bulbous, kind of baby-like head, almost cherub-like, but there's clearly a face, like a humanoid face that is a bit more mature than like a baby would be, and it's just sitting there going as it's just like squirming on the iron cart there. Lulu looks around very uncomfortably, and this hobgoblin just kind of slaps a hand down on it as it just kind of goes and it's like holding it there as it's squirming and goes,
You see this here? I got hundreds of these, and I can get more, and I get them fresh, right from the sticks. You know how hard I fucking work for this shit.
look at it, look, and he picks it up and holds it up to you into your face, and there's just a squirming little face right there looking at you.
Looks good, right? You like it?
But you're not doing a good job of selling it to me. You're not telling me its qualifications.
don't-
What can I even do with that? But if you can't do it, I can.
Yeah. You can do what? You think you could sell these better than me? I'm Zenith.
like that.
Everyone knows who I am.
And slaps the larva back down, scoops it up in the bag,
What could you do better than I could?
ties the bag up, slings it over his shoulder.
We can bet on it.
Bet on it. What do you mean, bet on it?
Whoever can sell them the most and the most larvae in the next.
You wanna...
Make a persuasion roll.
I hope I fail. I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh boy, that's a 12.
12.
Alright. Whoever can sell more... If I sell more than you do, you owe me a favor. And if
What do
you
I get in return? Yeah.
If you sell more than I do, how does 5 soul coins sound?
Do these larvae turn into soul coins?
Eventually, yeah.
So you're farming them. And if I sell more than 5 larvae, that's more than 5 soul coins for you.
It's not that simple. Alright, fine. The amount...
Actually, hold up. You rolled a 12.
Look, no. 5 soul coins, okay? That's the deal.
Yeah. But, oh, alright. I see you're a hobgoblin of your word. Good old-fashioned. Just charisma off, I guess. If you
Fine,
want to shake
fine.
on it.
Alright, let's do it.
And shakes your hand, pulls you back behind the cart. Lulu hovering there. It kind of floats down to you, down towards your ear. I guess I could help, but this feels pretty bad.
Why? We're just selling.
Yeah, but do you see what we're selling?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to actually, think about that.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think I'm gonna go over there. I smell something cooking. And I think I see Valor over there. I was saying the smells kind of activate a lot more memories. I think I'm gonna go over there. You can come find me afterwards.
No, you should go, Lulu. And Pip just looks back at the hobgoblin.
The hobgoblin immediately is already waving at people walking by.
Hey, you! Get the fuck over here right now! Yeah, you! Right there! Come over here right now!
And is just shouting at people.
And Pip just looks back and is like, "You shook on it? That's not a contract."
Oh, I would be careful down here. I don't know. Look, it's okay. I know this will probably help us in the long run. I just really don't want to. I don't feel comfortable with this, and I didn't shake on it. So,
You should go. You should go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over with Valor. Good luck, though. And she gives you a little tap on your shoulder with her trunk. You got this.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do the dirty work. As after Lulu's like out of earshot, like, I get it. It's okay. I'm the morally reprehensible one. I'm the one who's going to get the soul coins. It's fine. I make the money here. I'm the breadwinner.
Do you have Gargouth out, or is Gargouth put away right now?
What?
You attuned to the shield, right?
So whether that would be like helpful here.
I mean, you attuned to the shield. Like, are you gonna have it with you, like, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like on Pip's back.
Got it. Okay. So you hear Gargouth's voice. Oh, this is so tasty. Don't worry, I'm here to help you. You can definitely do this. Look at that guy. You got this.
Thanks for having my back, Gargouth. Get it?
Wow. Okay.
Okay, well, tell me. You know hell here, because I took a look around at the personnel and I was stumped.
I think if you use your charm, you'll get a long ways down here. Trust me. Sometimes intimidation is the way to go, but somewhere like here than the Wandering Emporium, you're gonna want to really flex that charm.
All right. I can do that.
All right, so I just want you to roll, we'll just to take this down to rolls. You can roll a persuasion roll. Zenith is going to roll an intimidation roll with advantage, since this is his shop and he's been doing this forever. And I will be transparent here. I am gonna give him proficiency in intimidation because his stat block he's using doesn't have it, but I think it makes sense for this guy. So.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
I'm trying to think of anything I could possibly invoke that would make it. Don't give me an edge, but that's fine. I think Pip is just being flashy with the soul coins and is kind of trying to pick up what with the larva, and is like flipping a soul coin about.
Oh, doing tricks with.
Are you doing the?
Tricks. Yeah.
Are you doing the?
with
I
it.
forget what that's called. Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff
With Gilder.
Yeah.
Oh my God, with Gilder. So Gilder is making it more elaborate. Amazing.
Or
Yeah.
you could do the $20 on the sidewalk trick to get people's attention. Where it's just like this is just a soul coin on the ground, but when they go for it, like it runs back to
Gilder.
Come to my larva shop.
As you're doing this and some customers like come over to interact with you, you do see some of the customers like asking Zenith like oh, I didn't know you recruited more help, and he's just kind of gives a sneer and a grunt and then goes back to trying to get more people to come over. So you got a 23. Okay, let's see what Zenith gets.
Little money.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my god!
By literal
Feeling
one.
really good about it.
That was a 24 for people who can't see the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me here. Here we go. So as you can see there, Pip rolled a 23 and Zenith rolled a 24. Got a natural 19. Wow.
Okay.
That's incredible. Okay, so
rough.
that is rough.
Double or nothing.
You both manage to basically keep at pace with selling the larvae. It's at the very last moment that a customer is coming towards you and Zenith butts in at the last second with like an angry growl, and this customer immediately kind of goes wide-eyed and then just goes straight towards Zenith, getting that last customer in at the end. I guess it wasn't really decided like how long you were going to be doing this for, but we'll say that that was worked out. Like it was, I don't know, over a period of 30 minutes or something. But that last customer walks away with a larvae, and Zenith, with the first time you've seen him smile, looks towards you.
Looks like someone owes me a favor. Why don't you come over? I'll put shop close up for just a bit, and we can go talk in private.
And Zenith takes a little time here to quickly cart in the wheelbarrow-like contraptions into the massive war machine that's parked there. It seems to be this one is either his or he shares it with other vendors, you're not certain. But wheeling it into the back and kind of keeping the larva tucked away. Once it's all kind of put away, and he undoes a little flap that goes down to kind of cover up the stall for the time being, he closes the thick iron door behind you as you step inside the dimly lit interior of this massive war machine. You can hear the kind of constant mewling of the larvae in their sacks in the back, and there's kind of this musky smell in here. And Zenith turns to you, claps his hands together.
All right. Now that I got you alone and you owe me a favor.
I need to be explicit that I am not going to do, like, anything here. There are, like, very clear boundaries. I'm not going to touch a larva.
No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want at all. I want you to bring me the head of Mahati.
Fine, all right.
Excellent. Excellent.
This isn't in writing, by the way.
Oh,
You said the head of Mahati,
I
and
know.
that's exactly what I'm going to bring you, so fine.
Sorry, I missed that. I missed that last part. Nathan missed that last part. What was that?
No, just I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do that.
Good. Yes, good. Obviously, I don't quite have the abilities of the devils around here. Can't seal this in some sort of devilish oath or anything. But I get the sense that you might just walk away and, leave it at your word. And I've just met you, so to sweeten the deal a little bit, I'd be willing to give you those 5 soul coins if you do this. What do you say?
Look, I'm going to do a favor for you. And if you like it afterwards, maybe you can pay me. But I'm not going to shake on anything more.
All right. Works for me. Hey, you did a really good job out there. Really. I was actually quite impressed. I might need to take up some of your methods instead of mine. But if
You are the better salesperson here, it's true.
I've been doing it longer. If you manage to get through all this and bring me his head, what do you say we go into business together?
I'll take it under consideration on one requirement for right now, and that's that you teach me everything you know about these larvae, because I was trying to use reverse psychology. Can I please touch them, actually? I want to know what they are.
You want to touch them?
Is it bad?
It's fine. Listen. Why don't you fulfill your end of the bargain first, and then I'll tell you everything. Tell you where to find them, how to catch them, the most lucrative spots. I'm telling you, we could go into business together. We could be the new lords of the Emporium.
It's commendable. Formidable Hobgoblin, I'll take it under consideration. And I will see you around. And just runs away.
Okay, you turn and the door is like closed shut on the Infernal War Machine, so it takes you a moment to like kind of undo the hatch.
Yeah.
And then you can go scampering out of here as you just see Zenith just crossing his arms and watching you go.
Pip is just like, yeah, I need to find Mahati.
Well, as you go running out, you see all of your companions starting to converge over at the kind of back of the horseshoe formation where the Infernal Rapture is located, the entrance, and you reconvene with all your companions. If you want, I will allow you, before we kind of catch up to the present moment, do you want to say anything to your companions as you kind of all convene here at the front of the entrance?
I think Pip has stopped along the way and done a little bit of shopping.
Yeah.
For various alchemist stuff, and also wanted to scooped up some like clay or something.
Okay.
If there's any clay somewhere, and is like just has her arms full of like stuff and is like stuffing things into her boots when she sees everybody. He's like, all right.
I would say
everyone have a good time.
I would say the clay is something you would probably find from one of the vendors. Like, actually, probably the Equinox would sell that as like a component, like a spell component. So you can definitely acquire that. And yeah, if you have any material components that require like a actual cost to them for anything, you can just go ahead and mark off the gold value, and I would say you could find it. Unless it's something like really rare like diamonds, then that'll take a little more effort. But yeah, so you all see Pip starting to stuff things into her boots with different components as she comes up to the entrance.
Oh, you're alive. Good to see you.
Lulu flutters over. How did it go?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm happy you aren't there, Lulu. I hope
She
you had a good time.
looks around at the rest of you. We could talk about it later. Shall we go in? Okay.
Let's knock one of these side quests off the board, huh? We're currently at 8.
You all enter in. The interaction plays out as we remember. And I guess the only question I have for Pip, as Calliope finally gives in and signs the contract and is getting ready to head inside for a massage. Pip, two questions for you. One, do you take a drink from Mahati as Mahati goes around and offers drinks to everyone?
I think Pip reads the contract thoroughly and tries to see if there's any clause about that.
Go ahead and make an investigation roll.
Yeah. A 19.
It doesn't appear that there's any clause about it other than I would say there's probably something in there that's like something about like complimentary beverages and food may be served to like certain clients at the entryway. So there's something about that, like this will not go towards the final debt.
Okay. Yeah. Pip is gonna take a drink.
Okay. What is Pip craving right now in terms of a drink?
Something that's like really fizzy and popping and
Like a sparkling wine?
Yeah. I think a sparkling wine.
Okay. Yeah.
That has like way too many like little extra things inside of it.
Much like what happened with Calliope, as you go to reach for something, Mahati kind of spins the tray around, and you almost as if you hadn't seen it there before, this like flute of fizzing, essentially champagne-esque beverage kind of comes spinning in front of you, and it has like little blueberries and strawberries and raspberries like in it, and he kind of gestures it towards you.
Yeah, I think Pip makes eye contact with Valor and like toasts.
Yeah, Valor, we'll say this is when Valor has grabbed finally gave in, grabs the shot glass and cheers with you and takes the shot. And as you sip this beverage, it is exactly what you wanted. It is absolutely delightful. The fruit is sweet and juicy. The beverage has a wonderful flavor to it and just the right amount of fizz. It's delightful. Then the second question is, are you going to sign the contract? Do you want to go inside for any further services that are being offered?
Pip wants to so bad, but is kind of like a little shook.
Okay.
Shook. And is just going to be like, I'm happy. I'm just going to enjoy my free drink.
And by the way, this whole time, the person you've been interacting with is a person named Mahati. But yeah, so, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Kadam.
Seeing Calliope and then seeing Pip say this,
Yeah.
which I do not believe, and Valor enjoying the drink as much as she did, I'm going to turn to Mahati and say, do you mind if I just go get some more soul coins and come back and everyone stays here for the moment? I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes, of course. Yes, so you would like to come in. You will just need to sign the contract before entering, but yes.
I understand.
Delighted.
That's why I'm saying that I want to go get a little bit more coin before we actually go in.
Yes, take your time. Everyone else, please make yourself comfortable. While we wait for your good friend Kadam here.
My name is Lyra.
Oh, sorry. He would have said that. Yeah. Lyra. So, Kadam, you're gonna...
We don't need to act it out.
Yeah, of course.
I will retrieve 20 soul coins.
Wow. You're gonna get 20 soul coins? Okay, so they're 500 gold each.
10,000 gold each. Or that's 10,000 gold for 20.
Oh my god, okay, so you're gonna drop 10 grand down, 10,000 gold and get 20 soul coins, okay? Also, I thought about it real quick. I just want to slightly retcon. I think it does make sense that you could get soul coins from the post office area more than from the Zenith guy, from the larva guy. Again, just
cool. Well, I would have done that earlier, maybe.
Yeah, but you run out.
Come back with 20 soul coins.
20 soul coins.
If it was Zenith, then we could have had Lyra go buy them from Kadam. Or from Pip,
Yeah.
So you come back, a handful of minutes later, Kadam comes back in with probably like a pouch. They were probably distributed, whether you have a coin pouch or they provided one for you, but you have a pouch of 20 coins clinking around, and Mahati just lets this big grin wash across his face as he sees it. Wonderful. All right. Well, if you all would like to just sign each of these contracts, and passes you, produces a contract for each of you and puts it on the table. Then
Wait.
Yes?
No, not you. Lyra?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hell, when did this happen? Have you just always been rich? Oh my god, was it the...
No. I came into a little bit of money, 45 minutes ago, hour ago. So if you want a
Sunny
bath or
times.
massage or something, go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well,
Okay,
everyone sign, and then you can come on in.
We'll go ahead and sign.
Okay, so if everyone go ahead and signs the contract, each contract is signed. Mahati just gives it a quick look over, rolls them up, stashes the scrolls away, and promptly you are each given. Calliope, as this is all happening. Do you think you would have waited before going back, like for this to all resolve, or would you have just
I think Calliope has been hooked and pulled in before.
just pulled it? Okay, so we'll get to you in a minute. So the rest of you are all given basically menus. So first you're given menus that list the meal. If you would like to pay for a meal, it's a I actually have the menu I could share with you, but it's a multi-course meal. And when you first look at it, you see it's all written in Infernal, and as you stare at it, you watch the letters kind of shift into whatever language would be your most comfortable language to read. And yeah, Mahati goes, this is our fixed menu. You can have this for 1 soul coin, and we will bring it into your respective chambers. Now, are each of you going to have a private chamber, or would you like to all be together?
Oh, is this just what, like a waiting room sort of place?
Well, this is where you'd be having your meal. Then if you want any additional services, we can either lead you to that respective room, or you can have it all happen in one room. Like if you want a massage and your meal all in one room, we can arrange that for you. It just depends on what you want. If you would like to all participate in an orgy together, we can arrange that. If you want to do some fighting, or you want to I don't know, kill something, or strangle each other, or whatever it is you're into, we can arrange that. Just let me know what you want. And here's our other menu that lists a lot of our services that are common, but really we can do whatever you want. And he produces another one and slides it over to you that just lists like a huge list of just like all kinds of I'll put this in quotes, hedonistic acts, but you know, just things that you would imagine being like common stuff that would be considered hedonistic, just all kind of listed on there, as well as some a little more grotesque things towards like the bottom that are a little worse. But yeah, so he kind of gives you those to the group, and then just wants to know if you want to go off in your own separate rooms, or if you want to be together, and kind of what you want. And essentially the menu here is 1 soul coin. You get all that food, and then any additional service. So if you want a massage, that's an additional soul coin. If you want something else, it's an additional soul coins, so on and so forth. Yeah, roasted wereboar.
Wait, is that on there?
You're muted, Calliope.
Yeah, second main dish.
I found it.
Well, while the group decides what they want to do, Calliope, you are being led into the back. I think with your kind of arcane knowledge and attunement, you immediately start to realize that this place, and Mahati even mentioned it, this is like a pocket dimension. You realize that you are not like led into some intricate thing of like hallways and rooms and such. You're just kind of led down a short little hallway, and then immediately through some like curtains that open up into just like a very lavish, gaudy massage parlor room that you're brought into. And your attendant, we'll just say it's that same human attendant that was there at the beginning, turns to you and goes, "So what kind of massage are you looking for exactly? Are you looking for something like very deep tissue? Are you looking for something soft?"
My bones, they've been shaken.
Okay, so...
I got shaken and aching bones.
I see.
Fix that.
So do you want something a bit more hard or soft?
Doctor.
Besides shaken bones. Okay, so I think I know what you're looking for, yes. I'll bring out a specialist for you, and they disappear. And as they're leaving, they go ahead and please make yourself comfortable. And there's, a nice padded, table essentially set up what you could lay on. There's some other lounge cushions around the area. There's a nice scent wafting in here. What do you do, Calliope?
Is there anything to freshen up?
Yeah,
or,
I would say so, yeah.
Baths or shower sort of situation?
Yeah.
She's probably pretty grubby and picks up or touches something and just leaves a handprint and it's just and then looks for a way to just
Yes, you know what? In fact, I would say as the attendant is leaving, they turn to you and go ahead and disrobe and we'll get you cleaned up before the massage and you'll be all set. So there's kind of you can see there's an area off in the corner that looks to be an area for doing bathing. There's a nice tub and some...
Perfect. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And she just sinks in.
Yeah. Quickly
and
as
starts nodding off, I think almost immediately.
You sink into this tub, and you can see various valves, and as you start turning them, warm water starts to pour out, and it's very, very comfortable. Very quickly, you have two attendants that come out and start to bathe and scrub and wash you, and then after you're done with that, they lead you up to the table, and as you lay down, as you lay down, you feel kind of a slight vibration in the table as something heavy kind of, and you realize there's big heavy footsteps that are coming towards you. As you kind of peek up, you can see what looks to be this you know what creature this is. This is an ogre, but it's this female ogre with these huge thick arms. She's got kind of big broad shoulders. The belly is not quite as big and round as some other ogres you've encountered. It's a little more tucked in. You can see a little more defined muscle definition in the belly. As she approaches you, she kind of just gives you a little nod stoically and then walks up, places these huge meaty hands down on your back, and she just goes, "Breathe in and out." And there's just this huge pop as she pushes down and starts doing just crazy, incredible chiropractic massage. I can't think of the word, but she does. She's doing chiropractic. What is the word?
Chiropractic adjustment.
Chiropractic adjustment on your body. It does it very well, but it is you can tell she does not have to put much effort into it, but is very skilled at it.
Yeah, it's a huge person just holding a robin or a small songbird.
Yeah, and just kind of
Flype's an air genasi. Her bones are probably halfway hollow.
Just the slightest little pushes of pressure with the thumbs and the meaty fingers and a little bit of a leaning down, and you just are getting adjusted.
You can have bones by the end of the call.
I know it hurts, but it's going to feel wonderful afterwards. Trust me. And just keeps pushing.
I'm being murdered.
Towards the end of this, as the final pop happens, she leans back and kind of steps away. Why don't you stand up for me and tell me how you feel?
I don't know if I can.
I
I'm never
think you
gonna
can.
stand again.
As you stand up, you feel just total this relaxation wash over your body, and you feel yourself feel like you feel like you can stand straighter. Yeah. What is
I think as Calliope stands up, or kind of sits up on the table, just even the momentum of her sitting up kind of brings her up a couple inches, and I'll use my levitate air genasi ability here.
Sure.
I think, but yeah, she is one with air. She's has been reattuned. All the breath has left her body. All the air pockets in her bones have been cycled.
Amazing.
And she's just been infused with this scent and the air of this place, I think.
That's awesome.
And yeah, she's literally hovering or levitating, I think. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my arms. I can't feel my bones. It's wonderful.
Well, good. It sounds like it worked. Would you like...
Mind peeling me up off the ceiling up here?
And she just gently reaches up and grabs you and slowly pushes you back down towards the table. Would you like anything else?
What you got?
Oh, we offer more massages or bathing or anything else that you would want or desire.
Let me... Ooh, do you have... I've seen... There's this thing that we do, or I've heard about, in the air realms and whatnot, where they have tubes of just air that comes up and it pushes you around. Do you have a place where I could just kind of float around for a bit?
We can arrange that for you.
Oh, awesome! Bring me some note cards and things to write with. I have some ideas.
We can arrange that.
I
Yes.
just want to float around.
I will get your attendant shortly, and
Also, ozone. Charge it with electricity.
Very well. I will get your attendant, and they can arrange that for you, and they'll lead you to that area. After a short while, you get everything that you desire as you are led out of this room through another. It looks slightly different hallway. It's not the one you came in through, and led through another purple curtain that's pulled to the side, or purple drapes that are pulled to the side, and you enter into this massively airy room with a single kind of crystal tube, and there appears to be air just shooting up from below. And the attendant gives you your supplies that you requested. And there's a little, I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's a little bit, there seems to be crystals embedded in the floor, and there's a little bit of static electricity that seems to be kind of coursing through the chamber.
Perfect.
Okay.
And Calliope's just gonna go in there and be an air genasi in a way that I don't know if she ever has been able to before.
Yeah.
She's gone up to high things. I don't know, done the kind of Ben Franklin thing with electricity, I think. But this place was apparently made for air elementals or something. And I think she's able to get in touch with that side of herself.
It's interesting as you go into the chamber. Are you just going in to literally just kind of float in there?
And I think just float and make notes and be and I don't know, try to channel electricity in a way and just feel the breeze, I think. And really just become an elemental and leave kind of her. I think she kind of just loses track of the writing implements.
Cool.
Because she was expecting to go in, and that's how she works. But she's just moving at the speed of electricity and thought.
Make a perception roll for me as you're in this chamber and having this experience.
23.
Wow. It doesn't take you long, maybe like 10 minutes into this experience, that you realize as you look down that, there's kind of a iron grate at the bottom of this chamber where all the wind is like billowing up from. And you realize that they're trying to think of how you determine this.
I mean, she's like investigating and like
Maybe
really
it's the static electricity that reveals it. Because if you're investigating, maybe wondering like where's the air coming from as you kind of float down there, you see periodically the static kind of jolt out, and it seems to make contact with something, not like something kind of physical, like the air itself is getting like displaced and the electricity kind of courses around and through it. And you briefly swear you see almost like the shape amorphous of like a humanoid shape almost down there, and you quickly realize that the air is likely being produced by an air elemental that's just down there, just constantly producing this effect that's shooting up through the chamber.
I want to try. I don't know, primordial, and I think like Calliope runs up against that. Like she wants to communicate with this creature. All she has is like air and electricity.
Yeah.
And I send a little trickle of electricity down, like questioning, almost like investigatory.
Okay. How is this like a? Is this a?
Not like shocking hands or something.
Is this the
Yeah,
air
from like
genasi
Genasi.
thing? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just roll like a spellcasting check. Just like roll with your intelligence modifier. Let's see how well you can control this.
12.
12? Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Like, whatever this creature is, like, and it's hard to see it because it's just air. But whatever this creature is, seems to have a task, and it's doing that task. It doesn't really respond.
Important question.
Yeah. So, as you're enjoying that, the rest of you, have you decided what you want to do?
Yeah, Pip is going to follow Kedam's lead on whether they want it to be like a communal thing or if they want space.
Okay, Kedam.
I would like to be together. Frankly, I would like some help with something if y'all are willing. It don't have to be right this minute. It don't have to be at all, really, I guess. But if we could have like a large bath.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Oh, that would be nice.
All right, so large bath and any food. Do you want the menu?
One of everything, please. Actually, how many are those? 5 of everything?
5?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Not of everything. 5 of everything that doesn't have a sentient creature?
5 of everything that doesn't have a sentient. What an interesting request. I will have to look at the menu and see what should be removed.
Pip kind of just looks at Kedam like that?
Where is this menu? Hold on. I know it's there, but
We don't have to go through all that.
yeah. They
We did,
will.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he can definitely do that. Yeah. What is
Yeah.
it? 'Cause I was
no
just thinking,
myconids, werebears, or celestials, or werebores or celestials, please.
right? Because is there celestial? Is something on there? Oh yeah. With a celestial caramel drizzle, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, easy enough. All those things are removed. All right, perfect. So 1 for each of you. So that's 4 meals I see here. Oh, you said 5. So you want 1 sent to your friend Calliope? Or sorry. What was Calliope's? Was Calliope Legend? Legend to Legend.
There are
1 sent to Legend.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Excellent. Okay. And then a communal bath for everyone. Alrighty. follow me. I will lead you to your first chamber. And he leads you through the curtains. And you enter into this little hallway, and you can see right at the back of this hallway, there's just one exit out of it. There's some curtains, and as he pushes through, you enter into a very large marbled chamber with a huge bath in the center with like multiple faucets that look like they can be turned on. There's a couple of attendants here that have sponges and scrubbers and things of that sort. And as he gestures, he says, "Go ahead and make yourself comfortable, and we'll start bringing the food out as you enjoy your bath together. And please, if you need anything else, just let one of the attendants know, and we will be happy to oblige. Welcome to the Infernal Rapture." And he turns and leaves.
So we're in the soup.
We're in the soup. Can I just ask the attendants to leave?
Oh, definitely, yeah. So you ask them to leave?
Yeah, maybe after we've gotten our food. I don't.
Yeah, so we'll say, over a period of time, all the food is eventually brought out. And by the way, all the food tastes, whether you like it or not, it tastes like, it tastes good, or it tastes like what you would expect. It is very good quality. I'll let
I don't
you
know if
decide.
Kadam's ever had a meal this good, like in terms of quality.
Yes, this is like, this is top tier, like Michelin star food. Whether you enjoy it or not, I will let you decide if your characters enjoy it. But it is incredible quality. And after all the food is brought out, and the attendants, ask if you would like to be like scrubbed or bathed in any way, and if you ask them to leave, they nod their heads and promptly and quietly depart the chamber, leaving you by yourselves. Lulu has, I think, completely disrobed the little cat suit and is just kind of splashing around in the bath. Valor as well is completely disrobed and is just like enjoying the warm water, cleaning off all the grime, getting it all out of her hair, and like taking the horns and just kind of like getting in there to all the little grooves and cleaning them out.
That's so cool. I just never thought about having to clean one's horns, but yeah.
I think it's actually interesting because as she's doing it, she kind of looks at some of the things that have been provided for all the cleaning, like supplies, like various soaps and oils and things. And there is specifically like a little tool there that you probably have never, any of you have never encountered. And she kind of goes, "Huh, well, this is great. I haven't had one of these in so long," and grabs it. And it's like a bespoke designed tool for like cleaning out tiefling horns that she starts using to like get her horns nice and clean. Yeah, what do you all want to do?
Also, I have a question. Does Kadam notice their hair?
Oh, yes, Kadam, I think as you start to get ready to do whatever cleaning you want to do, you
I think
realize...
it's the moisture, like the humidity. It's like, wait a minute. My dreads aren't reacting the way they usually do.
Yeah, you very quickly realize, like, your hair has been, like, you've gone, like, you've clearly been somewhere and something has happened that you don't remember.
Oh, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
I might actually have asked one of the attendants, like, what happened here?
You see, as you turn to one of the attendants, it's like this, looks to be like a small little goblin woman, very politely goes, "I'm sorry? We haven't, we've just brought you your food and your supplies. If you want, we can tend to you, but you haven't asked us to do anything."
No, I mean, my dreads have been conditioned.
Oh, well, that wasn't us.
Yeah, you came in looking like that, Kadam. I was actually going to say something. I was like, you look really good. I just assumed, well, once I learned that you're rich now, I just assumed that you decided to go off and get pampered. And good for you.
We sometimes have vendors who come into the Emporium and offer their services. Maybe it was someone out there. I don't know, but it wasn't us.
All right. Thank you.
Would you like anything else?
No, thank you.
And
Just a bit of privacy.
she nods and wanders off.
Don't look like you're happy about getting your hair done.
Well, I mean, I have been needing it. I don't like that I don't remember getting it done.
Oh, is that the issue? I guess people usually remember those things, don't they?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna put that aside for the moment. I wanted to ask a favor of the three of you.
Right, a favor. Okay. You know what? Let's hear it. Of course. Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Well, I want to also give you the option to say no if you don't want to.
This outburst was not directed at you, it was directed at me. But I'll hear your favor.
I would like to try and turn into a wereborn, or try and become a boar. But I wanted you all here with me just in case things went wrong somehow. I trust you all to keep your heads about it, and also, like, Valor, if for some reason you need to hold me down, I trust you to do that too.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I might want to get dressed first, in case things get rough.
Sure, yeah. I think I'm still wearing all of my clothes. I have just been having a nice meal near the bath.
Yeah, if you're going to do this, I'll just give me a second. And she just hops out and quickly dries off and doesn't really fully get dressed. She just kind of takes her armor for strategic spots, with some padding, and just kind of does a quick,
Deeply uncomfortable, but sure.
Yeah. I don't know. She figures out some way to be mildly covered in a convenient way without fully donning her armor. It's probably whatever top shirt she has, and then maybe just gauntlets and shin guards kind of thing, and just is all right, just in case.
So we're doing this right now?
Sure, if you want to.
I'm not the one trying to turn into a boar. You are. You tell us when you're ready.
All right. Here we go. Do I itch anywhere?
Okay.
I am going to think pig thoughts.
You're gonna think pig thoughts. All right. So
use prestidigitation to get some truffle smells.
Okay. So Kedam, you know what? So, okay. This is really interesting. So, we know that you have this.
Mm-hmm.
I would like in this moment to have a roll happen, because this is your first time trying it.
Yes.
I'm gonna say the stakes here are just that I don't think it's that you would lose control necessarily. There might be an incredibly, I'll say there's a 5% chance that you could lose control. But I would say that there's a chance that you just don't transform in this moment, and that you might need something more vigorous to fully awaken this ability. So we'll just call this a wisdom check. I think it's just a wisdom check to see if you can will yourself and focus in on those pig thoughts into allowing yourself to transform.
Rolled real low.
What'd you get?
9.
Yeah. I think you spend probably like 10 minutes trying to focus on this. The smell of truffles filling your nose from Pip. You don't feel an itch. You don't feel any urge or sense of change coming over you.
In that case, I would like to take my sickle and cut myself on like my shin or something.
Oh, okay.
Just a little.
Okay. You take your sickle out and start to run it across your shin.
This was definitely on the list that Mahati gave us.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the attendants comes out. Oh, sorry. Do you want me to do that? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. So you start to do that. Go ahead and do you do anything else, or are you just running that sickle across?
Well, I guess I'm like letting myself smell the blood.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you feel you start to feel the hair rising on the back of your neck as that pain starts to course through your shin. Go ahead, do one more wisdom check for me.
That's a natural 19, so 24.
Kadam, what do you go? What's your experience here? As this is going to happen, you feel this itch kind of growing like on your arms and on your back, and you start to feel like almost you feel like thick coarse hair starting to push up under your skin out onto your clothing. What is the rest of this transformation like for you?
Olive. Don't help right now.
I just saw that cue going on TV.
I'm aiming for full bore here.
So not the hybrid.
Yeah. Just trying to go all the way first, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, this is a physical transformation. I cannot imagine it's comfortable. And around and changing sizes, muscles and veins rerouting. I think the closest experience I've had to this has been like breaking a bone with that adrenaline and like sharp pain that then dulls into a sort of heavy pulsing sensation.
And there is a sound that you maybe are aware of, but I think everybody else clearly hears. As you are transforming, there is like loud, like almost pops, like as you are doing this, and you are making involuntary sounds of kind of grunts and pain as this happens, of like as it
I get down onto all fours, like hands and knees, which are quickly becoming hooves.
yeah.
I keep my mind though, right? Like I'm still.
You still maintain, you maintain your senses.
I believe you said a 5% chance.
Yeah, and
That's true. Actually,
you made it. You did it.
So that's just that
oh,
one.
all right.
Yeah. But you eventually feel that pain subside. You still feel that kind of pulsing and like heat running through your body. And as your eyes slowly open and you kind of gain awareness of your surroundings, it's the smell that you were experiencing before is even more heightened.
Oh.
The perspective is completely different. The vision is totally a different,
Much more limited.
yeah. But you feel strong. It's hard to explain, but you just feel this like incredible comfort in your body and your capability, and know that you could just you could pick up running like real fast in this form. You feel the weight of yourself, but it feels good to be like standing there with all of this power under your feet.
How do the others smell, like, emotionally?
I'm not gonna speak for Pip. I will say Valor's smell is
Like, I know what Valor smells like.
yeah.
What is her emotional reaction to this situation? Seeing as I can't see very well.
You know what? Go ahead and do a perception roll with advantage, and we'll see, like, you know, this is your first time in this form. Let's see how well you can parse it out.
17.
17. There is a heightened anxiety coming off of Valor. And as you do look over there and kind of make out her shape and start to focus in, you can see she is very tense right now, and has her hand on her her glaive, has actually pulled it up and is just like holding it in front of her, kind of like ready, looking in your direction just to see what happens. Lulu, there's Lulu's scent. You know what? I'm gonna say Lulu with you got a 17. It's Lulu's one that you're still figuring out. You're not certain like what her emotional scents are, because her scent is so strange and alien compared to like someone like Valor or Pip. Pip, what's your like emotional state in this moment?
I think Kadam can hear that Pip's heart is like racing and sort of thumping really loudly, and Pip is kind of tensed up but trying really hard to like loosen up, and then sort of shakes it off when she sees that like Kadam is there, and she kind of reaches out with her hoof and sort of touches Kadam's hoof. It's like, hey, how are you? Yeah.
I'm gonna snuffle Pip's hand.
Valor immediately relaxes, lets out a big like laugh, and lets the sets the glaive off to the side. Well, this is great. I'm gonna take my clothes off again. It really felt good to be out of them. And she starts to take her stuff
charge
off.
at her and try and knock her into the bath.
She really. Whoa! Go ahead. Make You can make I think you have something here, right?
I do. I should have a strength of 15 now.
And I think you might have advantage, or is that not the case? Yeah, advantage on
Yeah,
strength
I do. I
checks.
have
Yeah.
advantage.
So you can go ahead. I don't think you have athletics, but you can make a strength roll at advantage. And if you, I guess you're rolling against yourself. If you could roll for Valor to do an athletics or acrobatics.
Is this an unarmed strike? Or is this
it's a shove. It's a shove attack, which is similar to a grapple. It's like the same rules as a grapple, but.
Okay. 19.
For you, okay.
For me, and then Valor.
She might, yeah.
Oh, that's darn good. Would this be athletics for her?
Yeah.
25.
Okay, so you charge into her, and she does just plant her feet and just kind of like does the like grab around your head and neck and just brings you to a stop as she slides right up to the edge of the bath, and she goes, well, and just like flips you over into the bath. As you splash into the water, she just lets out a big laugh. That was a good try, as you start to come up out of the water. But, you know, I still think I'm a bit stronger than you, but that was quite impressive.
Yeah, I'll just play around with people and have fun.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
I think this calls to mind being with Imsh, with the roles reversed.
Yeah, definitely.
Of Imsh bouncing around as that Irish wolfhound that he likes to be so much, and me being a lot more comfortable just being physical with him when he was a dog, when he was a cat. And just noting for myself that this feels good in a way, like being in my body feels good in a way that I'm not really used to it being.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a, I think there's kind of a simplicity in this form. Like, you are so well designed to do the things that you do in this form that everything just comes so naturally and feels good to, like, move as this creature. So, anything else you all want to do while in the Infernal Rapture? Calliope, you do, as a surprise, food is brought to your chamber, and there's just food being brought out and set up for you to enjoy at your leisure.
Are you tempting me?
One of the attendants goes, "No, this was paid for by your companions. They decided to also sign the contract and join."
Fantastic. I'll go join them. I'll go join them.
Oh yes, of course. As they scoop up everything and lead you out, and eventually you find your way into the marbled bath area, which is now just like sopping wet. There's just water everywhere. What does Calliope walk in on in this moment?
I feel like we're playing some kind of physical game, right? Like chicken or beach volleyball. Maybe we got, or tug of war.
Tug of war? Okay, yeah, sure. I can see that one. We'll say there's like, you've managed to acquire like a large, long thing of probably like. Well, I was gonna say, it's like you probably were able to just get like. Maybe Valor tore down one of the silk like curtains, and you are now using that to just play tug of war in the middle of the bath.
Slippery. Just and the loser gets pulled into the bath.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and yes, it is incredibly slippery. So honestly, I think Kadam and Pip have disadvantage here because you have hooves. So you're just like sliding across the marble. And Lulu, I think Lulu is like surprisingly strong. But yeah. So you walk in on this. I don't know who's teamed up with who.
Everyone against Valor.
Everyone against Valor. Okay, so Valor is on one side, and then you see a boar, Pip the satyr, and a little golden flying elephant all trying to pull Valor into the pool. And that's what you walk in on, Calliope.
I think Calliope is like, excellent. And it's just like manic, but like in a really like focused and just like clear thinking way, I think. She smells like ozone. If anybody has heightened smell senses right now.
Thank
And it's
you.
just like crackling with electricity, and all cats fly. And I think that's just like being like, yeah, just like this gust of wind, or like kind of like picks her up and like she just like exhales it, and she's like a creature of the wind, and she'll like go and just like grab the rope in the middle of it, like above the pool, and just start pulling, I guess, against Valor. With
Oh my
my
god.
-2 strength, I have 6 strength.
I would be so curious right now to see if all of you can beat Valor. Just if you don't mind, just doing a quick succession of rolls here. So, one for Valor, and then each of you can roll a strength roll and see if one of you can beat Valor.
Is this just strength or are we doing
Athletics.
athletics?
We'll do
Okay.
athletics. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it if one.
I rolled an 18, so my total is 16.
16.
That fly is doing its work. I got a 1.
You got a 1. Oh my god. Okay. What did Kadam get?
I rolled a natural 20 for 22.
Oh my god.
Nice. Valor rolled a natural 20 for a 29.
No way. Oh my god.
So it's just you two pulling on each end of the rope, and everybody else is just kind of like holding on.
I don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how this happens. So, because Lulu rolled a nat 1 as well. I think.
I think we
happens
tumble
here?
into each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that Kadam, you managed to, your hoof finds a, like a grout, right, to dig into, and Valor gives one huge tug, whoo, and the silk just shoots out through your mouth, pulling everybody into you, but you just stand there like a brick house, and everybody just goes flying over you into the bath. Just Lulu as well just gets dragged in, even though she can fly, like didn't let go of the silk in time, and just gets pulled under the water. And all that's left standing are you and Valor from across from each other with everybody else in the water. Incredible. That was awesome. So with all that being said, as you enjoy your bath here, that eventually comes to its conclusion. And the same human attendant comes in once more. Any other services we can provide to you while you're here? Otherwise, you should be good to go. And when you're ready to leave, feel free to leave.
So we can stay? There's no time limit?
No.
Is there a time limit?
No, you can stay as long as you want.
Is there extra money to stay longer? Or is there just paid for?
Eventually it will incur more costs.
Like a day sort of thing? I could fall asleep here.
If you would like to stay for 24 hours, that will incur more costs.
Okay. Just check.
Per individual.
Of course.
Okay, well, just ring us when the time is up.
All right, yes, that will be coming up soon. I will come and grab you when it's when your time is run out, and if you would like to stay longer, you're welcome to. And the attendant walks out. So, with that in mind, what do you all want to do? Are you gonna stay here longer? Are you gonna pay? Are you gonna get more services, or are you gonna leave once your time is up?
I think we're
I mean, Pip's not the money bags. Pip is just looking at Kadam, just seeing like, well, what Kadam's gonna do. Just like,
Kadam is currently.
I froze when the attendant came in because I'm a pig.
yeah, come on, this isn't even the worst the attendant has seen. This attendant.
They seem to not even really like they took note, but they didn't react in any way. They're just like, okay, yeah.
All right. I'll try and go back to Kadam.
You can do so.
I can?
Yes.
All right.
I guess.
Don't I?
I don't think you have to make a roll to go back.
No, I don't. Not unless I'm below.
Yeah,
half.
you're fine. Yeah. You.
I don't remember if my clothing and equipment transform with me or not.
Oh, that is not specified, I don't think, in the rules that we came up with. So, oh man. What would you prefer, Claire?
I love that you're asking me and not Kadam.
Yes, I'm asking Claire this because I want you to decide, what do you want for this? What's going to be more fun for you?
I think it's going to be more fun if it's not transformed with me.
Okay, so did Kadam disrobe before turning into a pig?
Definitely put the bag aside in the pack.
Mm-hmm.
Seems rude to wear shoes in a bathroom. I think they would have kept on their clothing.
Okay, so yeah, I think
So
the
did it just rip
clothing.
off?
I think it got pretty torn up in the transformation.
I would have needed help getting out of it once I was a
Yeah.
I
I don't think it fully exploded off of you. I think it's just like the spots that would have torn, right? So it probably could be mended back together. It's not like it's in tatters, but it's definitely got real messed up. I would say if you didn't take off the mithril, that since it's a magical item, it would have expanded with your transformation. So
Great. Okay, that's good to know. I would have gotten rid of everything, but then as I'm trying to untransform, I think I'll probably nose open what remains of my shirt and kind of try and wiggle in some. Just so I'm not completely buck naked.
Oh, before you transform back? Okay, got it.
Do you want some help with your shirt? Just I
can't not either.
Tattered shirt on a pig.
Wait, can Boris not nod?
No, they can shake their heads, but they cannot nod.
Oh, they can't do this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They cannot up.
Wait, is that actually real? Things can't look up? That's like a whole thing, from Shaun of the Dead. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay.
I've done some reading on Boris.
You can pump your legs to make your head.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Just one tap for yes, two for no.
Yeah, Doc just said, yeah, pigs actually can't look up. That's so fun. I thought that was
wild.
Okay. That's a whole joke in Shaun of the Dead. Okay. So, since we're at 9 o'clock here, I just kind of want to wrap up. I just want to know, as you transform back, and your time is about to run out here in the Infernal Rapture, what's the plan here? Are you gonna head out, or are you gonna stay, or what do you want to do?
Probably head out.
Okay. Yeah.
I can stay.
You want to stay?
I mean, the shield, you paid for the rest job. It seems silly to leave and then.
Oh, I didn't mean leave the Wandering Emporium. I just meant leave the Infernal Rapture.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Your time comes to a close, and you gather up your things, and the attendant politely leads you back out into the entryway, and actually
tip them.
Actually, before they lead you out, how does this work? Yeah, before they lead you out through all the hallways and stuff, they ask for payment. The payment comes out to be 8 soul coins. So 5 for the 5 meals, 1 for the massage, 1 for the bath, and 1 for the ozone chamber that Clyde.
Ooh, I was wondering if that was going to be added on.
They asked you if you wanted more services. They never specified if you
did, and I was trying to dig
not.
myself into a hole.
Yeah. That's why they kept asking, do you want more? We can give you more things. Do you want more things? Anyway, so you 8 soul coins. So you go ahead and pay that up.
Well, hand them over.
How many did you have before you went to the ATM?
5.
Interesting.
So 25 soul coins. Wow. All right, so yeah, the 8 are distributed over. And they thank you. Thank you for your
I will
time.
also tip them a gold.
A gold? Okay. They politely accept. Thank you. And go ahead and make an insight roll for me as we wrap this up, as you pass over that gold coin.
22.
22. You place the gold coin in their hand. They kind of look down at it. This kind of the same attendant, this sort of bald, more feminine featured person looking down at the coin in your hand, and they look up at you. Little smile on their face. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed your time at the Infernal Rapture. And Kadam, you immediately see that they're smiling at you with their face but not their eyes. It's that feeling of you suddenly like see this person and realize that it almost seems like they're not who you thought they were. Like there's all of this has been a mask. Like all of this has been an act. It's almost like there's, for a moment, you swear you see like a little bit of a tear well up in the edge of their eye, and they just briefly kind of do that with a graceful way that doesn't really draw attention, and it feels like this person is almost being like controlled or forced, but they just politely nod. Well, let me lead you all out, and I do hope you come back. And they lead you down the hall out towards the entryway. Well, with that in mind, as you get out to the entry, Mahati comes out to see you all off and gives you a gentle wave and says, well, I hope you all come back again, and you, of course, Lulu, my friend, looking over at Lulu, who's all freshened up and fluttering there. Yeah, it was rather nice, and thank you for helping me all those years ago when I was here. I'm still trying to piece it all together. If you have time, I wouldn't mind talking with you a bit about my experience here. Maybe I could learn a bit more. Well, yes, I think I would like that. We could do it now if you'd like. We could come back and I could take you to a chamber, or we could do it here. Whatever you like. Lulu looks over at the rest of you. I would like to just maybe talk with Mahati and see if I can learn a bit more.
Sure. Would you like company?
Sure, I wouldn't mind.
I'll join you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I just want to talk it over, see if he remembers anything. Yeah, thanks. And she turns back towards Mahati. Yeah, let's do it. We could just do it here if that's good for you. Let's go somewhere a bit more comfortable. Come with me. And we're gonna end there as Mahati turns to lead you all back into the Infernal Rapture, to go somewhere more comfortable to have a quick conversation. Kadam, Claire, did you have something you wanted to say before we end?
I didn't specify. Do you remember? Was Feanor bald?
Oh, this is not Feanor.
I know it's not Feanor, but was Feanor bald?
No. she had like kind of a short
She had a mohawk.
mohawk. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But as you all are being led back in towards some other chamber to have this conversation, we're going to end there as we see all of you filtering back into the Infernal Rapture once more. Yeah, I think that's all for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. And yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.